Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final round of WHF's We Have Fun F1's May Mystery Month for here in Tier 2. Tonight we are here at the lovely Silverstone Circuit, as you can see there on the big building, or whatever you call it, the big pit building there. And tonight we are going to be doing a 100% race. So that should be very exciting, and we're going to also be doing player cars instead of our normal F1 cars. As you can see in the pit lane there, the garages are a bit look a bit different. That is because we will be doing the player cars tonight. It was a majority vote, and everyone has decided to vote for the player cars. We had three. We had F1, F2, or player cars, and the majority of the votes did go to the player cars. So that is what we will be doing here tonight. As you can see, we've got a 15 car grid, so good good attendance from everyone. But yeah, here we are in Silverstone, and we're also going to be doing short qualifying, to decide the grid for our 100% race. So yeah, let's hopefully get it underway soon. We'll have to see who's going to be the first man out on track. We've got Ty Clear, who's going to put on the medium tyres. He might be going for a long run. Looks dramatic here. Let's try and have a look at his livery when we can. Looks like he's going to be the first man out. Looks like she's gonna get off that. Anyway, Newtomatic V2, the famous man from the last two rounds when we had in the F2 cars. He's performed very well in those two races, and you can see there he's running a very nice red, black, and metallic silver, looks like. There, so nice from him. There's also F1 Mallard out, and I think I know what, yeah, black and yellow, well, gold probably, as he would probably call it, as combination. Indeed, as Crypto has joined again, so maybe he lagged out. So we've got two cars at the moment on the mediums. We've got Godzilla, who is still in the pits, and this man Ty Clear, who actually I think he won the last race in Kota, I believe. In the F2 cars, so yeah, Ty Clear is showing what he can do in the league. I think he's only joined, you know, a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, good to see him here, and good to see him show he's got pace. As welcome to our 5 viewers. Hope you are all having a good evening. As everyone is now starting to come out on track, we have quite a big gaggle of cars going around. I don't know the corner names. I should probably look up the corner names, I think. As we look at Rob Stars, let's have a look at his livery. Very German. Star in the German mobile. Arrow plus such nice. Someone can try and get him back in, that would be very nice. Actually, I'll just invite him. Hopefully nothing too bad. Hopefully we don't have to restart or anything. As my because I'm on the wrong thing. Let's go Arrow. If someone could try and invite Crypto, that would be very pleasant from them. I think we're going to ride on board with this man for the first lap. Obviously he's not going to be the first man round, but we'll ride on board with him for his start his lap. Evan Faulkner, very quick man indeed. Comes through turn 1, quick right, followed by a quick left, and then you're going to go down into turn 3. It's a heavy braking, so down from 8th to 4th, I believe. Yes, he does. Turns it in. Down to 3rd. Yeah, I'll take it in 3rd. Let's take it in 3rd. And then try and get the traction out. Going onto the Wellington straight. Actually, this is Wellington or the hangar. This might be the Wellington. Down. Heavy braking into the kind of tricky late apex left-hander. Into then the long right-hander of, I believe this is Luffield, I think it might be. And then come down the old pit straight. Going into the famous corner, of course, that was very much famous by 2021 as Newtomatic sets a 27.6 for his first lap. If the next man round will be F1 Mallard, as I don't know why it's done that. Comes through Agus and Beckett, looks very clean so far. Arrows left again, that is not good, is it? As Evan now onto the hangar straight. Waiting for he has to break down into Stowe. There it is. Got some braking zones going around the right hander of Stowe now, comes down into the Vale chicane. As Joshy sets the 26-1, so good luck from him. Right on board with Evan and see what he can do in terms of that. Up to the line, here he comes. 26-4, and that puts him 2 tenths behind our current pole sitter of Joshy. So good luck from him. I believe, yeah, Rob Sides crossed the line, and so has Ty. But good luck from Joshy there to put it on pole. As we'll try and get Arrow back in. Hopefully we don't have to restart. Let's send Arrow an invite there. Yep, no worries, buddy. And that is one thing to mention, actually, which I completely forgot, is that we do have to... This is the final round of the championship, so this is going to be it. Whoever wins this might win the championship. I do not know the standings as of right now, but we will have to keep an eye on... Well, I mean, it'd be good if someone could tell me the championship standings, because I really don't know. But I'm thinking Arrow is probably up there, as I think he... Did he join back? I don't actually know. But we're watching Ty Clear, I believe, just improved his time, going up to a 26.7 on those mediums. 3-4 mediums, so yeah, you might be going to run those mediums a little bit further into the session to then save a sets of softs to possibly use it in the race. So let's go Ranga. Ooh, Evan goes off there, as I'm going to have to turn my game volume down, I think, a little bit. Put it down to 4, I think. There you go, something better. That's who's going to be next across the line. It'll be an orange car. That is the lanky one. Currently not set a time on the soft tyres. Got a very nice helmet and gloves combo there. Looks quite nice. We'll have a look at his livery. I believe it probably looks black and orange, as it is. It's a very nice livery, actually. Sponsors on the car. What can Lanky do? Goes up to 5th, puts in a 27-0 on the board, as Arrows have to left the session again. This is not ideal. As I do apologise, guys, but we will probably have to be inviting Arrow back a lot, apparently, due to his... I don't know what happens, but maybe his connection is not on point, as we're looking at this man, WT Addiction, who had a run-in with his teammate last time out in Austria. Actually, that was the last round, wasn't it? Austria. And he did DNF in the end, and his teammate at that race was Brebis Savage, who is not here tonight. He possibly just couldn't make it, I guess, probably had different other plans, but WT Addiction, the repping that French inspired car with the Senna-themed helmet, so yeah, well, it'd be an easy one to distinguish from the rest. Got a new man here, Cody Nez, if that's how you pronounce it. He comes in. Nice livery though, I will have to say that. It's nice purple with metallic on the back, so that's a nice one from him. We'll try and look at who's on the lap next. Maybe Spared Fungus, he's on the lap and it's not invalid, so we'll ride on board with him while he finishes his lap, coming into sector 3 now, opening the DRS, going onto the hangar straight. Speed exceeding 200 miles an hour. As he's now going to brake for Stowe. Spot the apex on the right hand side. He's got a full black livery, so you can't go wrong with a full black livery. As he comes into the Vale chicane. Looks very clean indeed. Comes around the final corner now. What can he do? Ooh, goes good lap from him. 26.8. Still 7 tenths behind our pole man of Josh, who's on an out lap. We'll see where he is comparison. He's just come around Cops. I believe that was Cops. I keep forgetting the corner numbers, to be honest. As I saw, there was a car behind him. Who was that? I don't actually know. As RAF, and I think that's Ranga. I'm going to wait for, I think, a car going through there. A red car, I don't know who it was. As we've got Arrow. Trans Arrow, there he is. I'm going to guess he's our championship leader, but I do not exactly know, but we will... Let's just go with that for now. And, oh my god, yeah, that connection is bad. Holy moly. I can see why we're going to have to invite him back a little bit, as Crypto now going to start his lap. Shall we ride on board with him? Actually, you know, we'll watch from the off-board. As Crypto comes into turn 1, then sweeping round turn 2. Very nice livery. Matte black and the red metallic, so very nice from him there. Goes around turn 4. And up the gears through turn 5 and onto the Wellington. Opens the DRS there. What will this sector 1 time be? Apparently it's purple, so far pretty good. But you know, if you've played this game, you will know the game does like to lie to you and tell you that that you are purple, but in reality you are not. So we'll see. We'll have to see if that is true and if he will be able to take provisional pole at the moment. As he comes down into Magnussen Beckett's, we're going to ride on board the Halo camera, I guess. Around the final part, where it looks very good indeed from Crypto. There's a purple sector 2, so possibly this is a lap 4 pole position. This comes now down into the final couple of corners round the right as Joshi improves his time by a substantial amount. I think about 7/10 so he's improved by. So Joshi extending his advantage even further, and here comes Crypto. Oh, he gets a snap round the final corner. He comes up to the line and just goes behind Mallard in second place. Not much separating them there. We'll have a look, and it's about 30 hundredths between those two. So very close indeed from second and third. Crypto, very nice lap from him. Just a little bit further back is Evan, who I believe might have just started his lap. As we've got 6 minutes 50 in the session. As who's that? Arrow has just gone to P2. Arrow giving chase to Joshi. There's still 4/10 gap though, but slots it into second place. 5/10 ahead of Mallard there. As Codzilla out of nowhere pops it into P3 with a 25.9 dead. So good luck from Codzilla, who's running a very bright yellow and green livery there. As Mallard comes into the pits, as who is going to be the next man coming round? It's going to be a blue car, possibly Ty Clear. Yes, it is. Is he going to improve? He is down by 1.3 seconds, so he's must have had a mare that lap, but we'll keep an eye on him. See if I guess he's going to go for it here. As we look on board, going to the first couple of corners. Is he going for it? It looks like it. So actually, here comes Bed Fungus on his lap. Coming around the final corner, what can he do? Does he improve? He does by 35 hundredths of a second. So he does improve, but doesn't change the position. Very minor improvement. As Addiction, as Ranga retires, is that? Oh, is he crashed? Try and go on board. Try and have a look. Oh, and yes, he has. Is he? I think he has actually. I think he lost his left tire from the looks of things. So possibly having a coming together with somebody. Hopefully not, but possibly yeah. Ranga is out. Looked like a crash, but I don't know if there maybe was an incident with him in another car. We'll have to find out. As Mutamatic comes around the final corner to start his lap now. So he's currently sitting on a 27.6. He's currently in second to last of the people that have set lap times. So Newmac looking to improve on his current 14th place. That's Tantrum Turnip, who is a brother to Newtomatic, who's actually running a very nice livery indeed. I'm a fan of that, indeed. So, Tantrum Turnip, probably at the moment running my favourite livery as it stands. So, starts his lap now. Currently the only man right now to not set a lap time, as we've got just under 4 minutes 20 left in the session. So, crucially, everyone needs to really think about when they want to come out on track next and get that final lap in and see if they can eclipse Josh's lap of a 25.4, which is absolutely mega time. He's currently in the pits, probably just waiting for the opportune moment to come out on track to possibly find an improvement. Do not know. As Nudimatic came over the line, I think he actually didn't. He's actually still coming right. He's 9 thousandths down on his time, so can he find any time going into the Vale chicane as Joshi retires? So Joshi is not going to be going for a last run as Nudimatic he misses out by 4 thousandths on an improvement. So Nudimatic, I think that's going to be it for his qualifying. He's not going to have enough time to come back in and start another lap. It's going to be tight though, because this pit lane is, I think, one of the longest of the season. Just it drags on quite a bit, so I think it's about a 35-second time in the pit lane. So it's very, very long, as Turnip has invalidated his lap time there. So is he going to have enough time to possibly come in to put a new set of tyres and go out? I'm guessing he'll probably come in now, will he? He won't, and maybe he's fueled for 2 runs. But there is a man that I want to watch, and that is the man currently in 2nd place. We have Fun Arrow, who our championship leader, I'm going to guess, who's invalidated, and I just remember he's lagging like a bitch. So maybe not riding on board with him, but ride on board with this man, Crypto. No pressure, buddy. As he starts his lap, he's currently sitting on a 26.360 through turn 1. First couple of sequence of corners, relatively simple. Go down into the hard right-hander of turn 3, and then into the very sharp left-hander of turn 4, and then up the gears through turn 5, which is hardly a corner, but yeah, down the Wellington. There's a car letting him through there. It looked like Nudimatic. Crypto is purple in sector 1, but he was last time, but I don't know how true that is. But we will just assume that that is real. But we will have to see when he comes over the line. 1 minute 44, 45 left in the session, so not long left in the session for people to get out on track, as Addiction and Mallard are still in the pits, so they need to come out now, and Addiction still in. Might not have enough time left, as Crypto is 5 tenths up. So this lap, it will put him at least P2. But at the moment, I don't think that's going to be enough to eclipse Josh unless he finds 4 tenths in this final sector. Comes into the Vale chicane, goes to the left, swings it back to the right. A little bit of a correction on the wheel. Comes around the final corner. What can Crypto do? Oh, and he just misses out by 2 tenths of a second to Josh. What is the gap? 1.79, 0.179 to Josh. Crypto, what an effort from him. Puts it into P2 for now. So good luck from him as Arrow. Oh, that was lag. Okay. I can't ride on board with him. I'm so sorry, Arrow. It's just that bad. As Godzilla, I think, has just started his lap now. As where's F1 Mallard? Is he going to get time to start a lap? He's got 35 seconds, so he should make it. And I know how much he hates being having the pressure of the stream watching him. But let's ride on board with him. As who's that just moved up? I think that might have been Lanky One or Ty. I think it might have been Ty moving up to P6 and Lanky One up to P5 possibly. Yeah, F1 Mallard. Ride on board with him while he starts this final lap, as there's 10 seconds left in the session. So WD Addiction is going to miss out. As we see here, 2, 1, and there he is. Addiction's done for the day. So that is it, as Mallard has apparently just improved by 1.6 seconds. What on earth was that about? Anyway, black and gold car, or black and yellow, black and volt, whatever you want to call it. He's 14 hundredths up on his lap time, so he's got an improvement in that first sector. So at the moment he is up, but only by a small amount. But just keep an eye on him and see if he can find a little bit more improvement. That's actually, where is Arrow coming? He's just... I think he's backed off. So Arrow will be starting in 4th place as Godzilla jumped up to 3rd place. We wasn't watching that, but Godzilla jumps ahead of Arrow and jumps into 3rd place. So good luck from Cod as Evan goes off at Cops there. Maybe just trying to let cars through. It looks like he was. But Mallard coming down into Stowe. We didn't see if he got an improvement in the second sector, but who's just jumped up again? That might have been Cody Nez. Possibly jumping up to 9th place. But here comes F1 Mallard. What can he do? He jumps up to 6th, beats Lanky One by a 10th, and just misses out on Evan Faulkner by, I believe, that is 40 hundredths of a second. Yes, it is. He misses out on 5th place by 0.040. So just by a slender amount of margins, as Evan's not going to improve. And RAF, is he on the pace? No, he is not. So that is it for qualifying, as RAF does a very nice pirouette to end off the qualifying session here in Silverstone. So RAF going to come across the line and finish us out. Oh, and he crashes his car. He's going to be starting in 14th place, and yeah, that is going to be it for qualifying. And that is your grid. As there's 2 cars actually. You've got Newsomatic, who's there on the pit straight, and yeah, just waiting on Evan Faulkner to retire from the session, and we will get onto the race after this. So that is going to be your grid order. Joshy takes pole from Crypto, and then Codzilla. Very nice showing from him in P3 with Arrow in 4th. Evan Faulkner just edging out F1 Mallard in 5th place, who F1 Mallard finishing 6th. Lanky One in P7. About a 2 cents gap between Mallard and Lanky. So very nice indeed from him. And then you've got Ty Clear in 8th, Cody Nez in 9th, our debutant Cody, I believe he is, and Ranger in 10th, and then the rest of the grid follows, but I have not got the time to read, so 52 laps of Silverstone coming up next. It looks like, at the moment it's going to be dry, but so hopefully no rain intervention, but that will be fun to watch. So hopefully no one readies up first, because that would be very unfortunate if we have to restart this because of someone readying up. But we've got 52 laps ahead of us here in Great Britain. It's going to be a home race for quite a lot of people here, as we can't open up. Oh, don't tell me someone's just readied up. Someone readied up already? Readomatic buddy, I cannot read the chat. My Twitch does not work on my phone, so I cannot read the chat tonight, unfortunately. So you will have to tell me. Oh, someone's just literally fucking readied up already. As we were going to be having to do a restart, unfortunately. So let us just dip Diplodocus from the session and set a new one up. So yeah. Congratulations to whoever readied up first. You are going to have to... You've delayed us by a few minutes, so... Yeah, lovely. We'll tell everyone to restart, and... Yeah, it is what it is, so... As we will have actually another man in that we have not seen for a while, it seems, and that is going to be Naka Cracker, who I believe has actually come maybe back from his deployment, so good to see him possibly wanting to join back. So yeah, and he'll be very much welcome here. And I will try and get everyone in as quick as possible. We'll try and get Arrow in first, and he has most people added, but I will try and get most people in. And I do apologise everybody for this, but this was not part of the plan, unfortunately. Due to an early ready up, and I'm going to have to get the settings sorted again. Silverstone. Does anyone know the weather? I need to get the weather. I also need to get everyone back in. We do not want sunrise. Nudomatic, what was the weather? I do apologise for the silence. I'm just trying to make sure everyone is sorted out. Okay. I cannot remember how many people were in the lobby, so I think there was 16 or 15 drivers here. But we will try and get the grid sorted. If anyone has taken a picture of the grid, could you possibly send it to me over Discord? That would be lovely. And could everyone try and get back in as quick as possible so we can get this race back underway? That would be thank you very much. Currently got 11, so we need another 5 people, I think. So see if I have anyone most people added. Is Nudomatic in? I'm guessing he is. He is not actually. So Addiction's in, right? So we need Josh, Nutomatic, Robstar's in. Is Ranga here? Yes, he is. Hope everyone's having a good night, because I certainly am. So, I do apologise for the wait, as Codzilla would like to get an invite. We'll send him back one, and he's now back in. So that'll be 13. I think. Then we're just waiting on Josh and Nutomatic possibly. So actually, we will have 16 actually now, because we have got a new man of Knaka Cracker, who's returning after his hiatus, so good to see him back. Welcome to the May Mystery Month, buddy. Good to see you. Okie dokie, we have the grid. So we'll get that all sorted. We just need everyone to join back. Because I have not gone on the right thing, have I? Fucking hell. Jesus. What am I doing? Fucking hell, I'm having a noob moment. Jesus. Right, so Josh. Oh, we need Josh. I do apologise, guys. We're just trying to get everyone back in. Spared Fungus is in. Someone needs to get Josh in. I do not have him added, but I'll try and get him on my friends list. Right, Josh is. Oh, I think he's not. Don't think he's in as well. But he's gone to Fortnite, so that guy is just gone. Oh, Evan Faulkner. I don't know if he's in, so I'll chuck him an invite. I think that might be it for our drivers. As Evan's back in. As Joshy is now in, so I think that we are good to go, but we just need to get our grid sorted out, which I will now do. So just bear with me, guys, and we'll get this race underway. Just need to make sure everyone is in the right position. So Josh to the top, skill issue, crypto. Actually, I need to make sure we have the grids correctly. Crypto. Godzilla, Arrow, Evan Faulkner, Mallard, Lanky One, Ty Clear. Cody has not joined back, so it will be from Ranga. So Ty Clear Ranga, Spared Fungus, WT Addiction, Tantrum Turnip, REF, Newtomatic, and then Robstar. Right, grid is complete, guys. So, yeah. Just going to double check to make sure we're not going to be switching to a 50%. I just need to. Alright, so the weather was clear. Thank you. Whoever that was. Tantrum Turnip, appreciate that, buddy. Clear. Right, everyone that's watching, you can ready up. Let's go. Right, so let me just run through and make sure everything is all sorted. Yes, yes. Yes. Yep. No formation lap. Damage. Yep. Okay. Alright, we should be good to go now, everybody, so let's get this hopefully underway for 52 laps of Silverstone. As we are just waiting for everyone to ready up now. As, oh, don't tell me someone's ready up already. Swear to God, if someone's already readied up. I mean, it is the time to ready up now, so we can go. Right, we're going to get this race underway finally after our short delay of having to restart the lobby. So, 52 laps of Silverstone coming up now. So our red lights are coming on now. As 5 lights are on, and they are out, but we are... Now we are going. As we run on board with Crypto, who gets an amazing launch compared to Josh, who's going to drop down to 4th, it looks like, as he's now under attack from Evan, who's actually jumped ahead of Arrow, and has gone down into turn 3, all clean. Oh, and there's a bit of lag, I believe, from Arrow behind, as there's a lot of jostling back in the rear as Newtomatic and Naka Cracker are fighting. The two brothers, we've now got all three brothers in of Tantrum Turnip, Naka Cracker and Newtomatic, so good to see those guys all back here in the lobby. And there's the strategy. It's a one-stop as Newtomatic gets a touch, and he's got a end plate missing already. Oh, that is so unfortunate for Newtomatic, who's now fighting with his brother of Naka Cracker, who's returning after being in the army or whatever. As Codzilla takes the lead away from. Oh, Crypto is retired. Crypto has retired. What has gone on there? As Robstar's now got no front wing. Oh, what has gone on there, guys? Oh, we've not had a good first lap, have we? We are not restarting. No, as a safety car has already been called out on lap 1 of 52, and that's just a sign of things to come, it seems like. As, yeah, Robstar is missing his whole front wing. See if there's any more damage. Obviously, we know Newtomatic is missing part of his end plate. Crypto leaves the session, unfortunate for him. And cannot see Tantrum Turnip with any damage. But we'll have a look at the tyre strategies now. Look at the positions changes. Codzilla up 2 places into the lead with Joshi, who's recovered after going down to 4th, I believe, at the start, as RAF gets a 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. But this race is long, and he will have to make another stop in the race, so he will have to serve that 5 seconds when it comes around to his pit stop. There it is, our tyre strategies. It's a bit of a mix. We've got the soft runners of Codzilla, Evan and Ty Clear in our top 5, with 2 medium runners of Arrow and Joshi in 2nd and 4th, with Mallard are next of our medium runners, and so is Ranga, Lanky and Lanky One, with Tantrum Turnip on the soft tyres, WT Addiction going for the hard tyres, so he's going to be going quite long into this race, probably until lap 20 odd, and then maybe go into a set of mediums, or go for maybe a hard to medium if he's got the pace to pull that off. But it depends what he's going to do, we do not know. With Knuckle Cracker behind him on the softs, with our bottom 4 who've ordered to pit, I believe, for damage, and just, well, maybe just wanted to get onto a different tyre. Maybe they selected the wrong one at the start of the race. Robstar, RAF and Spared Fungus have all come in to go on the hard and the mediums, with Pneumatic and RAF going hard, and Robstar and Spared Fungus going onto the mediums. So, yeah, that was our lap 1. Oh, and Crypto did forget his setup, unfortunately, so unlucky for him. He did have time. I gave him time. So unlucky Crypto there, buddy. So Crypto, yeah, our lap 1 retirement. So we now have 15 runners back in the race, with our only one man with a penalty, and that is this man right here, RAF, in the children in, I think, yeah, the children in need car on the rear end there. Pudsey Mobile. As he's come up behind Robstar, who's got his wing changed and has gone onto a set of mediums. So he'll be going to about lap 20, I would say. I don't really know what the tyres will last around here, but we will find out when we go back to green flag, and hopefully no more safety cars, maybe, to the end of the race, and we will get this race finished as quick as we can, because at the moment the time is quarter to 10, so this race will at least be going on for another hour and a bit, I believe. So yeah, I think the normal race, if we did 50, was what, 26. So you think about that, usually takes about 45 minutes. So we've got to think that possibly an hour and 20 minutes it's going to take. So this race possibly will go into after the 11 o'clock, depending on what happens. So all the little kiddies we've got racing will have to go to bed, unfortunately, before the race finishes, and I know that is a skill issue, unfortunately, for them, for being young. So yeah, but at the moment, this man that we're currently watching, who's our leader on the softs, so he does have that advantage of that soft rubber, but they will degrade quicker than the man in second place tyres of Josh, who's on the mediums with that red and white Brexit livery, so to speak. That's what he has said. He said very much saying Brexit means Brexit in the in our Discord, as there is the call of safety car in this lap. No contact between the guys. Hopefully it's going to be a clean restart, as F1 Mallard in 6th place, as Ranga and Lanky One have moved. Oh, what the hell went on there? That might have been lag. As yes, we will try and get this race restarted, as we're going to watch I think we're going to watch on board and look backwards on Codzilla, waiting. Oh, and he goes very early, just goes before the Vale chicane. Usually people go out of it when he makes use of that soft rubber and get as good a jump as he can, but Joshi is right with him. And we come round the final corner to start lap 4, and well, our first lap really of pure racing, as Codzilla goes into turn 1 and Joshi goes a little bit wide there. That's one thing, we will see a lot of penalties in this race, since we do have twice the length of a normal 50%er. Still hassling the back of. Is that a car around? That is not. That is just about a camera angle. As Nudimac is defending from Spared Fungus, who's going to go up the inside of turn 5, get past the. I can't even say the Haas. He's usually in the Haas. I cannot say, as he gets through on Nutomatic in the red and silver car. Let's just say that. Up front, Godzilla he's had a decent restart. He's pulled away a little bit from Josh, but the gap is at 5 tenths. Josh goes a little bit wide there. He's possibly just suffering from the dirty air behind Josh, as Nakacracker and WT Addiction are going to possibly go side by side, and there's going to be Robstar through the middle of them. What a move from him. Goes up into 10th place through the middle of the two cars. And Nutomatic gets back ahead of RAF, who maybe had a moment. I think he tried to follow through Rob between Addiction and, who was that? I think that was Nakacracker and Addiction. And I think he just got caught up, and he's now down to last, but it's a very long race, so you can gain back what you lose, especially in this 50%. Oh, and there's a little lag from Addiction. Hopefully no damage to Nakacracker if he has to accidentally rear end the car of Addiction. But yeah, what a move from Robstar. Goes through the middle, out of cops. Obviously, at the moment, that is going to be the move of the race, and we will definitely be debating if we got any more good overtakes like that. So, very good from Robstar as he gets up into 10th place, as the gaps are very short all around at the moment. There's a gap of 1.9 to from 5th to 4th of Ranga to We Have Fun Arrow. So Ranga on the mediums, as is Arrow. So maybe he's just not got the pace as the Arrow has. He is currently in 4th place, and at the moment this might win him the championship. I do not 100% know that for a fact though, but we will find out after the race had finished. But our championship leader currently in 4th, 7 tenths behind 3rd place of Evan. So possibly looking to make a move on Evan, as Joshi is 4 tenths behind the leader of Godzilla. So Godzilla under pressure a little bit from Josh. As it looks like to move that, is that going to be F1 Mallard going side by side with Ty Clear? He's going to try and go around the outside of the soft shod runner of Ty, and he gets it round the outside. What a move from Mallard, as Ty is actually going to come into the pits. Maybe he just doesn't want those soft tyres anymore. So yeah, Ty Clear going to drop down to the back, but we'll see what tyres he goes on to. While he's doing that, we'll try and look at the battles. I think at the moment we're just going to watch this man, Joshi, on the back of the race leader, because now, I don't know if you saw that, but the DRS has been enabled, and oh, never mind, that's just they're going down a position. But Josh should just ride off on board, excuse me, and watch the red and white car of Josh with that Ferrari helmet, the Carlos Sainz tribute helmet, I believe. So we will keep an eye on him, see what he can do on the back of Godzilla. Can he get the move done? The gap behind those 1.3 to second and third. So from that, Joshi is comfortable behind, but Evan under pressure from the very laggy WHF Arrow. If you look on board, he's jolting all over the place, so not ideal for our other drivers who will possibly trying to make a move on him. As will Joshi get the move? DRS is open as Tantrum Turnip gets his 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So he's going to be our first man to get. Oh, and there's going to be side by side with these two. Oh, an Arrow. Oh my god. I do not know what's going on with that. Arrow currently ahead of Evan, but is that real? I do not know, as they're ghosting through each other. As Joshi set fast lap of the race, as he's still in pursuit of the lead. We look down to this little battle back here for 10th place. Robstar being tailed by Spared Fungus and Nakacracker, also with Nutomatic 9/10 behind, just as he now is out of a second, so he's not going to have to DRS to assist him, as RAF picks up a 3-second penalty. As long with his 5 seconds, that's going to give him 8 seconds in total of penalties at the moment, but he will be able to serve that 5 seconds in the pits when he comes in next, but he's on the hard, so he will be going further into the race than most people. But up front, the gaps, there's a few gaps that are a little bit bigger, as we've got looking at this man Mallard, who is just within the second gap of Ranga. Actually no, the gap just within. We'll have to keep an eye, as the DRS detection point is here. Does he get it? I think he got it, so he will have the DRS to assist him, but Ranga has not got the DRS to Arrow. As yeah, there it is. The rear wing opens for the black and yellow car as Arrow now makes the move on Evan. Oh, but Evan gets the switchback, and will he get it done? Looks like he has. Will Arrow dive it? He does not, but I cannot tell what he's doing with that lag. It looks like he's now still back in 4th place as Evans defending that 3rd place. He wants to take that podium. I think he had a podium last race, I believe. I don't know. Can't really remember. As Naka Cracker is going to get past. Oh, around the final corner. He's going to get past Robstar. So Naka Cracker on the softs, getting past Robstar on the mediums. So Naka Cracker up into 8th place. 8th, 11th, I mean. Oh, what am I talking about there? As Joshi finally makes the move on Codzilla. So Joshi back up into where he started. He started in pole and he's back up into the lead after on lap 8. Past the soft runner of Cod. So maybe Codzilla is starting to struggle with his tyres. We'll have to see. But Evans still holding in onto that 3rd place. As well as Tantrum Turnip and Naka Cracker and the RAF, who's actually gone into the pits. So he's gone onto a set of softs. So yeah, RAF not having a fun race at the moment. He's going to drop down quite a far bit behind. I don't want to say it, but he's nearly getting lapped already. Let's look at the gap, the intervals. It's now at a minute. RAF 2. Hard leader Josh. I don't want to be, you know, horrible like that, but yeah, the gap is, you know, quite far. But RAF not having the best of evenings tonight, but we will have to move on from that and look at the battles that we've got going on. As Naka Cracker gets past Robstar, but they're going to go side by side into the Vale chicane. Are we going to get a good camera angle? No, we are not. As we're going to maybe watch on board with Newtomatic, as they're still going to go side by side, but it looks like Robstar going to get the place past Naka Cracker. Will Naka Cracker fight back? Oh, an Arrow! Oh, what's happened to him? Arrow has gone off and he's going to drop down behind Lanky One. Gone down to 7th place. Arrow down to 7th place from P4. He's dropped down to 3 places. What on earth has happened to him there? If my Twitch would work, I will go onto his channel, but it does not, unfortunately, on my phone. That's why, unfortunately, I cannot look at the chat we've got going on. As Naka Cracker and Robstar still battling for 11th place, but they are losing so much time to Addiction, who's just been able to get away really from these two. The gap now at 3.5. They're battling extremely hard. Oh, but Robstar possibly going to try and get back at Cracker, and he doesn't. Oh, but Naka Cracker hits the inside of Copt, and it's going to make it possibly invulnerable going down into Magus and Beckett's. Looks to be okay. But now he's got Newtomatic right behind him. Oh, nearly hits the back of him. Oh, but Robstar looking to try and get a better exit than Naka Cracker. That is going to be a fun name to say over and over again. Robstar with the DRS, going to go for the outside. Will Newtomatic possibly go for the inside? Newtomatic going to try and make the double overtake. Oh no! Oh, and there's a little bit of wheel banging. Does Robstar have any damage? Oh, stop giving me that camera angle. That is, let's try and look. His wrong wing looks to be okay. So thankfully for Rob, oh, and there's a gap on the inside, and he's going to go for it. Fantastic battling between all 3 of these guys. As Newtomatic gets up into 11th place, took that double overtake, saw the double overtake in sight, I mean, and he took it. Very nice from Newtomatic, who's already blinking. So he's already got no ERS left, and we're only on lap 10, so another 42 laps left of the race. So Newtomatic going to try and maybe pull down that 5.5 second gap to Addiction, who's still on the back of Spared Fungus. So Addiction having a pretty good race. He's the leader of the hard runners at the moment, so yeah, Addiction still in this. Anyway, let's try and look up a bit as Mallard. Oh, and gonna go for the move up the inside of Ranga. Can he get it done? Looks like he can't at the moment. Ranga is blinking. Oh, and Mallard gonna go for the send of the century. Ranga sees him coming, and Mallard pulls it off. Oh, but there's going to be... Oh, and Ranga gets a little bit of a wiggle. And Ranga shows him the door out of the final corner. That was a very opportunistic lunge from Mallard. He sent it up the inside of Ranga, trying to catch him out. And he almost got it done, but Ranga just had that inside and managed to pull the move off. So, good job from both of these guys for clean racing there. So, that was good from Mallard. Will he try again? He will. He's going to go back up the inside of Ranga, going into turn 6, I believe. I think it's turn 6. Don't quote me on that, but this is our top battle at the moment, as Turnip and Fungus are going to battle. As it looks like Spared Fungus has got ahead now of Tantrum Turnip, who he's on the soft, so he's going to be struggling a little bit, as we are lap 11 into this race. So these guys who have not stopped yet will be struggling on those tyres. So, oh, Spared Fungus a little bit wide there. Turnip possibly going to try and make the move back down the hanger straight. We'll keep an eye on him and see. The gap's still only at 0.2 of a second, so he's in prime position to make a move, and he does. He goes to the outside. It's going to be an easy move with the DRS past Spared Fungus, and he makes the move back up into 8th place. But up here, battle still rages on between Ranga and F1 Mallard. I think Mallard is still able to hold position to Ranga, who I believe Ranga is running a... I don't really know what kind of helmet livery he's running. As Nakacracker picks up a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a look at our penalty scenario actually. Penalties. So everyone has got a 3 seconds apart from Newtomatic, who actually, just as I say that, has got 6 seconds worth of penalties. He's just currently behind Robstar, who these two have been who must have been battling again. As Spared Fungus and Tantrum Turnip are going to battle again. So Tantrum Turnip and Spared Fungus going at it. So Spared Fungus getting back up the inside of Tantrum Turnip, who got through on Spared Fungus, going down the hanger straight. Spared Fungus gets past him back on the Wellington. Going into turn 6 as Lanky One picks up a penalty. He's currently in 7th place, following Arrow, who we know had that off. But will he be able to actually make the move on our championship leader? Arrow, who I think passed him. Will he be able to get the move back? It's going to be hard for Lanky One just due to the lag of Arrow. It's going to cause a collision, but it's going to be hard for him to know where Arrow actually is, as he's going to look to the inside. But oh, and I don't. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my goodness, that is bad. That is really bad. Anyway, let's have a look at the front. The gap at the moment up front is Joshi, 3.8. I think it's 3.8 now. Should be. Yeah, there it is, 3.8 to Codzilla, who's in 2nd place. So Cod has dropped off massively. But he is on those soft tyres, you've got to remember. So let's try and get the tyre situation back up. There we go. So him and Evan, 2nd and 3rd, on the soft tyres, and obviously they will be degrading quicker than our mediums and hard runners, so we have to keep an eye on that. But Ranga still behind Mallard, and also Lanky One still behind Arrow. And then you've got this battle between Spared Fungus, Addiction and Tantrum Turnip, who I think Tantrum Turnip has fallen behind Addiction. So Addiction I think has gotten through on Turnip. We unfortunately missed that, but Turnip, like our 2nd and 3rd place drivers, is on the softs, so he will not have the benefit of the fresh rubber at the moment, as his tyres will be going off shortly. But we've got this battle between Newtomatic, Robstar and Nakacracker. So Robstar in the middle of the two brothers, as he actually picks up a penalty. He's got a terrible camera angle, we just right on board with him there. T-Cam, I think he's going to make the move. He's using his ERS, but I think it also is, but he's blinking. But he's going to try around the outside. Robstar is on Newtomatic, who is on the hards. Puts up a brilliant defence, but I think he's going to possibly lose it now, as he has The inside now for the Vale chicane. Nutemadic's going to try run it. Oh, and I think there might be a bit of contact between the two brothers. Nutemadic has to now cut the circuit. Oh, and he hits that sausage curve there very violently. Hopefully no damage. As Tantrum Turnip has actually come into the pits to put on a set of mediums. So while that was all going on, this man has come in to put on the mediums. Actually, what tyre did he start on? Let's have a look. He started on the soft, so Tantrum Turnip possibly going for he's going to be going for a 2-stop. Maybe going on to another set, so going to go soft, medium, medium. As since this is a 50%, that will work as Mallard picks up a penalty. Where has he done that? Probably through Mags and Beckett somewhere, but he is under threat from Ranga. So maybe the pressure is getting to him, but he's using the ERS very efficiently to stay ahead. Ranga might be too far back to go for the move. And he is too far back. As Lanky One gets past Arrow. So Lanky One... Ooh, is there contact? I do not know. This Arrow lags all over the place, so we don't know what's happening. As Addiction's going to pass Spared Fungus. So Addiction up into 8th place. Past the mediums runner of Spared Fungus, so Addiction... He's showing that he's got pace on those hards, so good on him. Running that Senate inspired helmet designed with the yellow, blue and green. Also running that French flagged car. So... Oh, and Naka Cracker picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he's unfortunately picked that up. So that's going to impact him possibly when he's been battling with Robstar and Nutemadic, who I think Robstar passes. Who's actually still ahead of Nutemadic, who had that off unfortunately. But we'll see if he can have the pace to gain back on the German car here of Robstar. Meanwhile, up front, still the battle for 4th rages on between Ranga and F1 Mallard. Oh, and Ranga picks up a penalty, so we were just riding aboard with him and he got that instantly. Oh, and he's right behind F1 Mallard. So surely he's going to get the move done with the DRS. Mallard just puts it on the middle of the track, so making it hard for Ranga. Ranga manages to get it done up the inside into 4th. Mallard down into 5th, but like we've said before, this race is very long. So there will be many opportunities to come back at another driver. But meanwhile, we're going to look ahead actually, and these two are actually catching the 2nd and 3rd place man of Evan Faulkner and Codzilla. So those guys have dropped back quite a bit. As you look from the offboard on Evan, you can see those two cars behind. As we're right on board with Ranga, try and get the leaderboard out of the way. You can see the 2 cars ahead, the yellow and green car of Codzilla and the, I don't even know what, the black and white car of Evan. And as you can see, Ranga, we've got this lovely helicopter camera. So watching on board the black, orange and fluorescent yellow car of Ranga. Bit of a weird combination of colours, but you know, whatever suits him, you know, that's yeah. My English is not great. Oh god. I've never been able to commentate on a 100% race before, so you will have to excuse me if I do have any slip-ups with my commentary, but I'll do my best for you guys. So anyway, welcome to, hope everyone is doing well. We've got 4 viewers at the moment, so hope everyone's having a good evening. So meanwhile, we'll go back to the racing. WT Addiction looks like he's going to be under threat from Spared Fungus. When Addiction gets a little bit of a snap coming out the Maggers and Beckett section, and Spared Fungus with the DRS. He's going to get through up the inside, goes the fully black car of Spared Fungus with the... Ooh, and looks like Addiction lost the rear end there again, so maybe Addiction's struggling with his tyres. So possibly just maybe overheating maybe for the French mobile. The Baguette mobile maybe, I don't know. As not get the move back, but we'll have the DRS going down the hangar straight as I'm looking at the gap between Ranga and Evan Faulkner. Actually no, that is Evan Faulkner to Codzilla. So Evan possibly looking to make a move on our second place man, who's dropped back 6.1 seconds to Josh. So he is kind of, I'll tell you what, COD is, he's not really helping his chances here, as he actually gets a penalty for going off at Stowe, as Addiction, Spared Fungus are going to battle. So like I said just before we cut away from this battle, he's going to be able to make a move down the Hangar Straight, and he doesn't be able to make it. He's not got a straight line speed. Oh, and they're going to, don't go side by side into here. Oh, Addiction's going to try running outside, but it's going to be tough for him to make that move. But he's going to have the inside, and he does make the move. Wow, that was a fantastic move from Addiction, who went round the outside of Stowe and then into. They've had the inside for the Magnussen Beckett section, but Spared Fungus is going to have DRS back up the inside as we get. Oh, and there's a little bit of lag involved in that, so hopefully no, maybe no damage. Hopefully for either cars, it can catch people out. Look at this man, Laggy McLag himself, WHF Arrow. Yeah, you can see on board he's twitching quite a bit, but he's still behind Lanky One, who's still holding that 6th place, but the gap ahead of him is 4.3 to Ranga. So he's struggling to maybe up the pace, but obviously Ranga is in the DRS of Mallard, who in turn is trying to catch up to Evan, who is now, I think, in the DRS. He's not now, but was in the DRS of Codzilla. So those two gonna possibly have a battle. It's on the 17 lap olds, soft tyres, so you know the tyres will not feel great for them. That's for sure. I do not know what tyre these guys, what lap these guys will come into the pits on a new set of tyres, but we'll have to see. Let's get rid of that, because then we've got more room to look at the racing, and we will just look at what people's tyres go on to. That is not English. Oh my god. Anyway, Ranga still behind Mallard. He could not get the move down the Hangar Straight. Maybe he's not wanting to make the move. Maybe he just wants to sit behind and use Mallard as a little bit of a help to try and catch up to the 2nd and 3rd place man. I mean, the gap between Mallard and Evan is 2 seconds, but Evan has now firmly got within the DRS of Codzilla. So Evan possibly going to make a move on our 2nd place man. We will actually keep an eye on this Battle 4 now. I do apologise to people that, well, watch other battles, as Tantrum Turnip and Pneumatic look to be battling. Actually, the gaps are so intense, so we'll have a look at these guys. Tantrum Turnip, oh, and Pneumatic I think goes off. He does. Pneumatic struggling maybe on the hard compound tyres that he is on since the start of the race. So yeah, Pneumatic maybe just feeling the wear maybe of his tyres. Tantrum Turnip, who actually I think came into the pits when Pneumatic had his off, has actually passed him now. So Pneumatic must really be struggling, since he was battling with Robstar, who's now up the road, I think. Quite a bit up the road. Yeah, there he is. So Robstar getting away from Pneumatic, who looks to be struggling at the moment. As Addiction, Spared Fungus. Oh, not again, guys. As Addiction holds the inside for Stowe, but Spared Fungus is going to look to the outside, and it's got the overlap on Addiction and makes the move back up into 8th place. So good move from Spared Fungus. But up front, the battle for 2nd place still is going on between Evan and Codzilla. There's 69 minutes in the stream. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Good stream for an hour and 10 minutes. Yay. We've still got 32 laps left of the race, so oh god, my voice is going to be completely dead by the end of this one. Anyway, everyone at the moment has a time penalty apart from Addiction and this man, Evan Faulkner, who's chasing down that 2nd place in the race. But at the moment, it's definitely not going to be the race for fuck's sake, for the lead between Codzilla and Joshi, who we're not really looking at him much, because there's not really much going on with him. Since he's 7.1 up the road, he's very much controlling this race, and he's doing a very nice job of leading. He's on the medium, so he can go maybe a little bit further in the race than most people, but you know, we will keep an eye on what do when he maybe hits, see what tire he goes on to. But can Evan possibly make the move on Todd Codzilla, who Codzilla looks to be flashing, so he's got low on battery. And Evan cannot make the move, he's not close enough. Neither is Ranga to be able to make the move on Mallard, who Mallard is actually gaining a little bit on the two second and third place drivers. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. Might have to 4-car battle for podium places. Or Mallard kind of messes up turn 1 a little bit. And that might make him vulnerable to this man, Ranga. 49.94. Wait, no. 49.74. I do apologise, Ranga, for buggering up your name. He may be able to make the move on Mallard. Looks like Mallard's got just enough of a gap. 4/10, as is the gap to Evan. We'll get a little bit of a rear end snap as Robstar DNFs. Ooh, where is he DNF there? Oh, was it in the pit lane? Ah, it looks to be in the pit lane, so Robstar, I think, calls it a night for tonight. Oh, yeah, Robstar was having actually a good race. I think he was up in 9th or 10th. So, unlucky for Robstar. Maybe he just couldn't, maybe he didn't have enough time. Maybe he has to go off, maybe. So, Robstar unfortunately retires from the race on lap 21. Maybe we'll check Discord and see if there's anything going on. Maybe tell us what happened. Robstar has forgot his setup too, and also decides to call it a night here, unfortunately. So unlucky for Robstar. As all Codzilla is actually going to come in off the soft tyres, but Evan is going to stay out. He's now also under threat from Mallard and Ranga, who've now got within his DRS. So Evan playing a bit of a going for the overcut maybe on Codzilla. I mean, I don't think it will work because Evan's tyres will definitely not be feeling great as of right now. When Mallard gets very hot on the throttle and loses the rear end, that's going to put him under threat from Ranga. It looks like Mallard has the straight line speed to stay ahead, but that was pretty close from him as Codzilla comes back out in 9th place. It looks like he's going to... Oh, he comes out right in traffic behind Addiction. Spared Fungus is going to want to make the move on these guys. As you can see, visually he's getting held up. He will not be liking this one bit. So, I want to try and pass Addiction as quick as possible. But it's going to be tough since Addiction is within the DRS of Spared Fungus. So Codzilla's got a little bit of a task on hand. Oh, and Addiction goes a little bit wide. He's going to leave the gap open for Codzilla to get the move, and he does. So just as I say that he's going to make it, it's going to be difficult for him to get past. He gets past very quickly, very efficiently. Now his next task is getting past Spared Fungus in the all-black car. When there's battles, as Evans actually going to come in as Mallard picking up another 3-second time penalty. As Arrow is still behind this man, Lanky One, ahead of him. As we look at Codzilla, can he get through on Spared Fungus? He does. With the DRS, gets up the inside, through into 7th place. Now he's got a bit of clean air gap at 28 seconds, but what will happen with him and Evan? Evan now coming down the pit lane. Will he be able to get the jump on Codzilla, who he was behind? Let's keep an eye on this. Evan just about to exit the pit lane. And there it goes. Will Codzilla come out ahead? As there Evan is. And he does. Hopefully Evan doesn't get held up behind Spared Fungus and Addiction. He doesn't. He just gets out ahead. So, but that is big relief from Evan that he comes out just ahead of this battle between Spared Fungus and Addiction. Because then he would have to have the same thing with Codzilla. And he actually has the DRS to help him. Oh, and Spared Fungus is actually going to fight him. Oh, that's not going to help Evan at all. Oh, and a little bit of contact as Evan goes off. So Spared Fungus is not going to be on Evan's good books, that's for sure. As looks like might be a move for Ranga going up the inside of Mallard for 2nd place. Ranga gets through, but his light is flashing, and he's actually going to come into the pits. So Ranga tries to make the move on Mallard and then comes into the pit, so... Yeah, Ranga. Oh, they've got a yellow. What's gone on there? Oh, it's RAF. RAF's gone round. Possibly on his own. Looks like there's no one around him, so it looks like he's done it all on his own, unfortunately, for RAF, and possibly just struggling on his soft tyres. I think he pitted under the safety car. Oh wait, no he didn't. Turnip gets very loose behind the blue, red and turquoise green, it looks like, the car of Ty Clear, who's running in 11th place. We haven't really talked about him much. I mean, there isn't really much to talk about as Codzilla gets through. Oh wait, no. That is just the lanky one who's just come into the pits. He was ahead of Arrow for most of the race, but Arrow has now been unleashed into third, so he's got some cleaner. He's got the gap to 8.2 to Mallard. Who, as we saw, has not pitted yet. But let's have a look at the pit stops. So Tiercod, Zilla, Evan and Spared Fungus are the only ones to have pit right now, as Addiction has not pit, but he is going to have to. But remember, he is on the hard tyres, as Ranga is on the attack already. Actually, Ranga is going to try and go for the undercut on Mallard. Oh no! Oh, and Ranga has that too much overspeed on Spared Fungus and almost takes him out. Oh, that was very close from Ranga. That will have to see the stewards. But there's not much really that we could have been done there from either driver. See, Ranga has so much more speed on those new tyres, but Spared Fungus was almost just sent into the barrier, but thankfully not. So yeah, thankfully no DNFs there, but very close from Spared Fungus and Ranga, as Ranga gets up in 6th place. He'll be chasing that 2nd place, I think, tonight, since he's going to be in that battle with Mallard and Tiercod and Evan, who are also going to be battling. Ranga on the hard, so I think he'll be able to go to the end on those tyres, as will Ranga and not Codzilla and Evan, but actually Evan is going to be right on the back of Codzilla. Going down the Wellington straight. Will Evan make the move for what will be an inherent 2nd place when Joshy comes in? But at the moment he is just romping away from everyone else. He's gap at 12 seconds. He's absolutely dominating this race. Will he come into the pits? Let's have a look. Yes, he will. So Joshy will comfortably stay ahead in the lead. Oh, he won't actually. If Mallard comes in, let's have a look. Will Mallard come into the pits and follow Joshy? Nope, Mallard's going to stay out another lap, so he's going to inherit our race lead. So he's going to try and maybe get the overcut on Ranga. Going to try and use the fresh air that he has to push away a bit from Ranga, but Ranga on the fresh hards will definitely have the pace advantage over Mallard at the moment, as RAF picks up a 3-second penalty, so he just gets another one as Joshy comes out. And you look where where Evan and Codzilla are in retrospect to Josh, and the gap is going to be nearly 6.3 seconds to Josh, who's on those fresh tyres now. So Joshy, who will go to the end now unless there's another safety car. Yeah, Joshy looks to be on course for a win here tonight, but unless anything majorly happens, he will definitely be looking for a podium at least. But we will keep an eye on him and see what happens. But the gap between Codzilla and Evan at only 0.3 of a second, as we've actually hit the race distance for halfway in the race. So congratulations everyone, you've made it to a 50%, the end of the 50% race. So if we were doing a 50%, we would have ended here, but nope, we're still going. Going for another 26 laps after this, so strap in everyone, we've got another halfway to go. As is a battle between Lanky One and Spared Fungus. Lanky One who has pitted and Spared Fungus who hasn't. As there he goes. Lanky went up the inside, trying to gain what he's lost, as actually Arrow, while we were watching, has pitted 2 onto the hard, so looks like Lanky One's got the undercut on, I think he was ahead actually, so the overcut on Arrow, so will Lanky One make the move up the inside of Addiction and going into turn 1, it's risky to make a move, and he does, and he thinks better of it. As actually he backs off there, so it might make him vulnerable when he switches to the inside, but he doesn't commit. As, oh look, Arrow, if we look there, Arrow's now right behind him. So Lanky One has kind of buggered up himself there, as he's now, he wasn't within the DRS, now is with Arrow as he makes the move now on Addiction. There he goes past the French car. Arrow will now try and follow him through. Arrow's going to try and look round the outside and maybe go switch. Oh, we'll switch to the inside, but they're all in the air. You see there he's lagging quite a bit. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, Arrow is now ahead of Addiction apparently. I don't know what is happening with Arrow, but his connection tonight is not looking very good. But anyway, we will hopefully see. I don't know really. But we look like we might be able to see a move from Tantrum Turnip, who's going to try and pass Ty Clear. Turnip on the 13-lap old mediums, so Turnip, who has I think the fresher tyres mostly than Ty, going to try and make the move into 10th place. Can he make the move? He looks to the inside and looks like he's going to try and get it done, but he does actually, yes he does, gets up the inside, and Addiction Spared Fungus, who after causing those problems for a few drivers, now come in finally to make their pit stops. I guess Addiction will go onto the mediums and Spared Fungus will go onto the hards, so they will vary in strategies. Let's find out. Spared Fungus to the mediums, so actually, oh, they've both gone mediums. Okay, so Addiction, who had to go to the mediums, has gone to the mediums, and Spared Fungus, who's gone from the mediums, he's gone back onto another set. So Spared Fungus possibly looking to do another, he's going to have to do another pit stop. Oh, when he crosses the white line there, that'll be a warning for him. He comes out ahead of Naka Cracker, who will be looking to make the move, but he is on the 13 lap old medium tyres, so he will obviously have to pit again because his tyres will not last to the end of the race. Anyway, let's look up to the front of the field. Watch this battle between Codzilla and Evan Faulkner. Joshy sets fast up on the race. Expected from his standard anyway. He's on the 3-lap old hards. He is absolutely blitzing the field at the moment, but he is in second due to the fact that our race leader, F1 Mallard, has not come in yet to make his pit stop. So it shouldn't be long before he comes in, possibly to strap on the set of hard tyres to go to the end. He comes in now, it will be another 22 laps to the end on the hards. Maybe he might be trying to stretch them to go to the softs, but it will be tough because I think he'll have to try and get his tyres to lap 35, at least 36 maybe. But we'll keep an eye on him. It'd be good if we could see the tyre percentages of each driver, but I feel like that'd be too much information to let leak out really. As actually, while I haven't noticed really, Arrow has got past Lanky One. So Arrow has got ahead of Lanky One and pulled a 1.5 second gap to the black and orange car. So Arrow ahead up into 6th, but obviously penalties will apply to the drivers that have them. But this man here and the man in 3rd do not have them, so let's actually go up to this battle, see if Codzilla can make a move, try and get his 2nd place back. But these two have been battling all race, so you've got to give them respect to each other. They've been battling for the 30 laps. So we have 22 remaining in our last round of the main mystery month for Tier 2. So yeah, Codzilla looking for his 2nd place back, but he will possibly under threat from cars behind, depending if he tries to make a move and it does not work. But we will hopefully not see any incident between these two, because that would be very unfortunate. But these two, they're very respectful drivers. Obviously, Godzilla, a veteran of the other leagues in the past, and Evan, who he's here sometimes and he's not really. I think I can't remember if he was a full-time driver last season in Tier 2, since I was a co-commentator really back then, but I've been the main commentator for the May Mystery Month, and yeah, that has been that, as Tantrum Turnip comes in to put on a hard set of tyres. So Tantrum Turnip going to go to the end as Godzilla gets another time penalty. Let's have a look actually how many he's got. He's got 6 seconds. So that is not going to help him in his battle with Evan, who still has yet to get a penalty. So Evan having a good race at the moment. I don't know how many warnings he has. I don't know if we should maybe go have a look, but yeah, Evan having a very good race at the moment. He's keeping it very clean, but touch wood, he does not get one, and hope he will obviously inherit second place if Godzilla were to pass him. But we will keep an eye on that though. Meanwhile, up front, the gap between Mallard and Joshi is coming down rapidly, but then again, this man in the lead has yet to pit off those mediums, and I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to go to the softs. So Mallard trying to go to for the unthinkable strategy of mediums to softs. He's going to try it, but we will have to see if it will work out for him. The gap at now 5.2. So the gap when he came in was about 14 seconds. So Joshi has gained about 9 seconds on him in about 4 or 5 laps. So yeah, the gap has come down absolutely significantly. As Ty Clear comes in, as Mallard looks to be struggling quite a bit on those mediums. So feel good. Let's run aboard him and have a look if we can see the degrading on them. They look to be okay, but I'm sure you see there as we were talking about it, here he comes to the pit lane as someone has destroyed the the pit board. So that would explain possibly people getting the time penalties for speeding. But yeah, Mallard comes in, but let's have a look. What tyre will he go onto? So there we go. Look, the Red Wolf soft tyres waiting for him, and on they go. So Mallard onto the aggressive strategy. And where's the man that he was battling? There it is. Ranga goes through past him. Obviously Ranga on the hards, and now Mallard on those fresh softs. It's going to take them 20 laps to the end, but I think they will make it. But by the end of the race, they will not feel great. So he's got to use the pace he now has in hand to get through on the cars ahead as he comes out within the DRS of Lanky One. So I think Mallard's going to try and make a move as quick as possible on Lanky One to try and minimise the damage to the rest of the field, because obviously Mallard will now have realistically the fastest pace of anyone. And now I think after everyone really making a stop, let's have a look. Yep, there we go. Everyone's made a pit stop. When Lanky One gets very sideways coming out. I think it might be Luffields, I'm not sure. As RAF gets past Pneumatic, who comes in off those softs, so Pneumatic's, yeah, down to last. I think he's actually going to get lapped by Joshi, unfortunately for him, so he'll be finishing the race at the moment on lap 51. And that goes on to the mediums for maybe go to the end of the race. Have to find out. Meanwhile, up to this battle for second, the gap has stabilised and extended between Evan and Godzilla. Now 1.6. So maybe Godzilla had a bit of a mistake and pulled back from the second place driver of Evan. But meanwhile, Lanky One's actually been passed by Mallard, so we must have missed that and maybe got through the hangar straight possibly with the DRS. Pneumatic picks up a penalty. Unfortunate for him. I think he's actually got quite a few penalties here. Let's have a look. Yes, he has 15 seconds worth of penalties, but as does his brother, Naka Cracker, has 17 seconds. So the two brothers are not looking too good at the moment when it comes to the penalty scenario. But let's see what happens at the end and how many positions they will drop down. Obviously, Nudimac at the back, so his time penalties will not matter at the moment, as Tantrum Turnip, another one of the brothers, gets another penalty, and that puts him up to 9 seconds. But as we've said a couple of times in this race, we've only got 2 men have yet to get a penalty. That's WT Addiction and Evan Faulkner. So actually, Evan is looking to lap the red and silver car of Nutomatic. So you can see there the ghost car of Nutomatic just trundling around in last place. Evan is going to get past. As there's a yellow. Oh, what's happened there? That's Naka Cracker has gone round. Has maybe contact with another driver. Do not know. It might have been Tide Clear. It might have been Tantrum Turnip. Do not know, unfortunately. Meanwhile, we've got a battle here. These guys who were battling before the pit stops are now battling after the pit stops. Spared Fungus going to go pick the outside of... Goes to the outside of Addiction, who's going to try and fly back up the inside of the braking zone. It's turn... I guess that's turn 14 or 15 or something. No corner numbers anymore, or corner names to begin with. But while we have not been watching it, Arrow has been passed by Mallard, so Mallard's using those soft tyres to perfection. He's now got his main rival in this race, I believe, Ranga, just 5.6 up the road, so Mallard will now get his head down and fight to gain as much time as he can before the softs start dying out. He's got 5 seconds to gain on Ranga, who's on the hards, and also run out of ERS. So Ranga trying to use his ERS to try actually get within the DRS of Codzilla. So that will not help him if Ranga gets within the DRS of Codzilla, because that will then mean Ranga will get pulled along by Codzilla and not help Mallard's journey for what realistically could be a podium tonight. There's all cars ahead of him, all cars around him already have 6 seconds of penalties. As you see there, Cod, Ranga, Mallard, Arrow and Slanky One all have 6 seconds. So yeah, they're consistent with the amount of penalties they've got, as the gap now at 4.6. So yeah, you can see there Mallard is gaining. Ranga is now within the DRS. Oh no, he's not actually. He's within the DRS of Codzilla, so that is gonna not be helping F1 Mallard as we are ticking down the laps. So let's get the tyre situation up. Everyone in the top 7 on the hard tyres, apart from the 5th place man of Mallard, as Nudimatic picks up another penalty. I think that might be 18 seconds now. Yes, it is 18 seconds worth of penalties for Nudimatic, who's down in 5th, 13th with his brother now in last place. So the returnee of Naka Cracker, who's good to see him back, but he's not having the best of races here today. Who's that? Ooh, oh, it's Codzilla! Codzilla has gone off, and it looks like he was all on his own, and he's gone off. Codzilla goes off onto the grass and loses all the time that he had. He's now down to 7th. Oh, Codzilla has had looks maybe just a spin out of Maggers and Beckett's, and he comes into the pits. So maybe, oh, that's so unlucky for Codzilla as he retires, and you can't blame him really. He was having a fantastic race, and well, Codzilla, you've got to say, was one of the drivers of the evening tonight. Was battling for that 2nd place with all night with Evan, and unfortunately for him has made a mistake, and yeah, unlucky for Godzilla. So but anyway, that has given an opportunity to this man Ranga to now possibly get a podium with a gap at 2.4 to Mallard. So Mallard will be smelling that podium, because the gap to Arrow has now dropped down to 2 seconds. So Arrow, I think, was trying to keep Mallard in, well, keep within Mallard's DRS to maybe help him to pull away from Lanky One. Lanky One is obviously 6 seconds, as you see there, behind Arrow. So looks to be okay for the moment as Joshi sets the fast lap of the race on the hards. So Joshi is absolutely flying. He's taken the fast lap away from a car on softs. So Josh showing how fast he is just around Silverstone. The gap at 16.3 at the moment to Evan Faulkner in second place, who now, I think due to that incident for Kodza, looks to be in a comfortable P2 at the moment without a penalty. So Evan, one of the most clean drivers here tonight, with that weird looking livery he's got on there. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. He's got the lapped car of Newtomatic still ahead of him, so yeah, he's still got the DRS. As we have just mentioned, DRS, Mallard has got within the DRS of Ranga extremely quickly, so maybe an instant. Oh, Tantrum Turnip retires, and we have a safety car. We have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the race neutralised for everybody, because now that is going to give everyone a free pit stop, including this man, Joshi, who I'm guessing will now pit to go onto a set of medium tyres to go comfortably to the end and have his best chance at the victory this evening, as he might actually go into the softs, as the softs will make it, I think, from here, as if he has a fresh set. Just as he locks up going in to make sure he does not speed. He does not want another penalty, as I believe he has 3 seconds worth of penalties as it stands. Let's just keep an eye on the tyre situation, that what Joshi will do, as there is his pit group. What will he do? He goes onto the softs, so he will go to the end after the safety car comes in, as does Evan. Well, I think everyone will now come in, so unfortunately for Mallard, he's made that progress on the softs, and well, now the race will be neutralised with Ranga and Evan coming in to put on the softs. And Lanky One and Spared Fungus pick up I think that was a 5-second penalty for, I don't know who. I think it was for Lanky One. Maybe, I don't really know. It looked like it looked like contact with Spared Fungus, something he got a penalty for. I don't actually know what happened. And Arrow's gone to a mediums. I think Arrow has been screwed over by the game, unless he just didn't have enough sets of soft tyres left. So Arrow has gone onto a different set of tyres to everyone around him. So Lanky One's going to go into softs. I'm guessing these two of Addiction and Spared Fungus will go into softs. Let's find out. These two coming into the pit lane now, as the leader of Josh has now just caught the safety car. I believe so. As the Spared Fungus goes onto the softs. Oh, and Addiction goes onto a medium set as well. So these guys, they're playing the safe game, but they will not have the pace, unfortunately, for them. So they will, I think, unfortunately struggle to maintain the gap to the guys on softs. Oh, and Spared Fungus, that was my... just cuts the pit lane line there, and surely that will be a warning for him. So, yeah, bit of a clumsy move there by Spared Fungus, but yeah. But as we have our second safety car of the race on lap 38 of 52, so only how long we got left on this race. So I think realistically we have 14 laps left to go at the moment, but when the safety car comes in, I'm guessing it'll probably be lap 40. I would say the safety car will come in, maybe lap 41. So we might have about 11 or 12 laps left of green flag racing when the safety car comes in. But crucially for the soft runners, being under the safety car will reduce their tyre wear and will help them massively when it comes to going back to the green flag, because they will not have as much. They will not have to really worry about their tyres. They can just go for it flat out, 110%. But yeah, we will get green flag racing as quick as we can here this evening. As Tantrum Turnip says in the chat, lost the back end out of Magnussen Beckett, and good luck on the sprint. So all in good spirit for Tantrum Turnip. He's unfortunately made that mistake. And yeah, Tantrum Turnip out of the race, unfortunately for him. Just made a little mistake, and he has said everyone to. He said good luck to everyone, so that is very nice from him. So, as we are just waiting, I think now on this man, Nutamatic, who's coming through turn 1 on the softs to catch up to the safety car, and then we will go back to green flag. I think the safety car will come round for one more. So, as you can see on the little mini-map, if you can see it, there's a little white line just coming out of the Magnussen Beckett section. Very, very faint. I'm sure it's very hard for some of you to see, but when the safety car comes through that line, as it's coming up to it now, we will know if the as we cross it now, as the safety car will be going around for one more. That is when you can tell as the safety car comes in when it hits that line. So, right, so we'll be going racing on the end of lap 41, it would seem. The end of lap 40, I mean. So, let's look forward to having a fantastic race restart. As I appreciate the people that have watched from the start to the finish. It's been a good race, I think, from everyone so far. Been good few battles between up and down the field. At the moment, I would say our driver of the day has got to be, I would say, I don't really know at the moment. It's hard to say, really, because everyone at the moment has had a very good race as it stands. So we will have to just wait and see what happens when the green flags come back out. Everyone has now been caught up to the pack, so we will get the green flag call now. There it is, safety car in this lap, so it'll be this man's job to dictate the pace to take us back to green flag racing here tonight for what will hopefully be the final time. When he crosses the line, it'll be 11 laps of full speed racing to finish us out for the main mystery month here. Tier 2, as Joshy now goes for the final chicane. So he does what he did before, I believe, and we'll go back to racing. As what's happened here? As I think Mallard has maybe had a little bit of a, I don't know what happened there. There's a laps car, I believe that's Naka Cracker, in between him and Lanky One, and also Arrow, as Nudimac picks up another penalty. I think there might be 21 seconds for him. Yes, it is. So he's not having the best time with penalties at the moment, so as the gap to Naka Cracker is 2 minutes, apparently, to the next car. So I don't really know what's happened there with the timing strategies, but timing situation, but yeah, Naka Cracker currently in last. But as Ty Clear going to try and go around the outside of Addiction, who gets a little bit of a wobble. So gives the move to him, and RAF going to use the battery. Oh, a little bit of a wheel banging between them. Addiction, who's obviously on the mediums, will not have as much grip as guys on softs, as Addiction gets the move done. Some will argue he did it off track, but this is the Formula 1 game and this is not real life. So if you think that, then what are you on about, to be honest? As Addiction, who looks like he's gone in the wrong gear and he's got no revs. So he's dropped down to 1.3 behind RAF. Addiction has fallen back significantly. So that was, I'm so sorry. Anyway, up the front we watch Evan Faulkner currently being pressurised from Ranga and Mallard. So Evan under pressure, he's dropped back 2.7 to Josh, who's pulled an absolute phenomenal... Oh my god, my words are just dying tonight, I'm so sorry. Oh. Yeah, so Josh has pulled a 2.1 second lead to Evan in a lap of the green flag racing. So meanwhile, Evan's actually going to be under pressure. He's going to go defensive, but he lets him through, it looks like. So Ranga, oh, maybe he might be playing the long game and just thinking about the penalty strategy for Evan. So Evan possibly playing the game because he knows he doesn't have any penalties. So he knows that if he just stays behind, he still will take the positions, but he knows he might not need to just fight it and just stick behind the cars ahead, because he knows, because the run, I think most of the people have got 6 seconds. Yeah, as Lanky One has 16, so at the moment he will inherit what will be a second place, and I mean, depending on what happens with Josh, might even be a win. As Mallard going to try and get the move, but Evan's not going to let him have it. As Mallard gets pitched to the inside of the track, and that is going to allow Evan to try to go back round the outside of him, with Arrow right behind him obviously on that slower tyre of the mediums. But Lanky One also behind him on the soft, so Lanky One will be looking to get past. Obviously, as we just mentioned a little bit ago, Lanky One has 16 seconds worth of time penalties, so I think Lanky One is not going to realistically be in this fight. I think he's realistically going to drop back quite a few positions due to his penalties. I'm sure he will give it the best of his. There's Mallard trying to go up the inside of Evan. Evan defends very well, and that's actually going to give Ranga a good chance at getting away out of the DRS. There's the gap there at 1 second between Evan and Ranga. And Mallard going to go up the inside of Evan into Cops, and he gets the move done on Evan Faulkner, who at the moment will still take second place, but it's always Mallard gets pushed through Magnus and Beckers by Evan. Mallard will now go chasing after Ranga, who he actually has the DRS off of, so he will be able to gain back up to the car of Ranga, he's gonna go defensive because Evan's gonna try and come back at him around the outside, and he's gonna now switch to the inside for the Vale chicane. And Mallard's gonna try and hold it up the inside of the second part. And they're still gonna be side by side. This is great racing between the two of them. It looks like Evan's just gonna hold that third place. I mean, this is not what Evan needs, because the more the battling, the more chance he has at getting that time penalty. At the moment, obviously, he needs 2 penalties realistically to be at threat, really, of losing the positions. But first, he has to get 3 seconds, and then he has to get 6. So realistically, I don't know how many warnings he has. Oh, we've got a terrible camera angle there as Mallard gets back up the inside of Evan Faulkner. It's now switched to the inside. So Evan will, I think, remain in that position, but will Mallard try and have a move back at him, coming into Stowe corner, not Stowe, Cops corner, as he doesn't look like he's going to get it. As, oh, who's that going off? I think that was Lanky One going off in the background there. We saw that. As Arrow right behind Mallard. Looks like Arrow's lag is still there. Looks like it all seems to be settled down a little bit now. Mallard still on the attack of Evan Faulkner. He knows he's not going to get the position on penalties, but he's going to just want to get the position on track. dives to the outside, but Evan dives back up the inside. He does not want to let this position go. And back up the inside. Can't get the move done, and he stays in 4th place for now, but Evan's still defending. Oh, and Mallard's going to try back up the inside of turn 1. Arrow just right behind us. Oh, and Mallard gets spat out. Oh, and he's out of the race. Oh my word. And Mallard is out of the race. What the fuck? I did not really catch what happened there, but I think I think it was just arrow hitting the back of him and it spun him round. I'm so... That is so unlucky for Mallard. Oh my god. I think if he'd finished, he would have been the driver of the day, in my opinion. He's had a brilliant race. I mean, that fight with Evan was very good to watch. But his race ends on that 45. As we'll go to the Discord and see if we can find out what happened. But I'm sure he's not happy at the moment because he's just done 45 laps for realistically nothing now. As we've got our 3rd safety car here this afternoon. Yeah, it seems like Mallard is not the best pleased with whoever, but I do not know if it was anyone's fault. I don't know if it was just a stupid contact model of the game, unfortunately, but we'll find out in the steward's room if there was any contact with him and this man, WHF Arrow, who it did look like he was right behind him when they were battling, but I do not know if there was any contacts between him and Arrow. Hopefully not, but the stewards will decide if there will be penalties to be applied after the race is finished. Just waiting for a response from Mallard. And my thoughts were exact. We will read out what Mallard said. He has said, "I got bumped by Evan and Arrow, was on the outside, which insta-pit manoeuvred me at high speed into the wall." So a little bit of contact between him and Arrow, who looked like Evan was on his left-hand side, and Arrow was right behind him. So possibly just a combination between the two of them hitting him, and just Pittman just sent him off to the wall, and we saw it was very violently. He got spat out to the right. So unlucky for Mallard, who is now out of the race. As RAF says in chat, how am I here? He's currently in 6th place. I mean, we haven't seen much of him. He's kind of been at the back for a lot of it, but he's now up in 6th place. If we look at the penalty scenario, he might be able to jump the lanky one, so he might even be on for a 5th. So he's got 9 seconds, so he actually has more penalties than a few of the drivers. Anyway, we are on the safety car here for the 3rd time this evening. We will go back to green flag at the end of lap 47. So we have not long left to decide the race winner here this afternoon. And it might even be the man in 3rd now with the safety car who will help him massively. With him not having a single penalty this evening. He's done very well. As the other man we said who didn't have a penalty was Addiction, but unfortunately he has got one now. So it's just Evan Faulkner without those penalties, who may even win here tonight. if he can get past Ranga and get within the, I'm guessing, 3 seconds that he needs to clear. Yeah, there it is. So at the moment, Ranga on 9 seconds and Joshi on 3. So Evan needs to get within 3 seconds of our race leader Josh to win here tonight. And if he does, that would be absolutely ridiculous from Evan, to be honest. So that would be a very good drive from him. But we will see if he will be able to take the actual win. If there was contact with him and Mallard, that we'll maybe see the stewards because of that. So we will just keep our eyes peeled. As the green flag will be flying soon, as safety car is going to be coming in. So Ranga, what he needs to do is stay with Josh, and what Evan will be hoping is that he fights Josh and holds him up as he goes now, as Josh goes very early. Goes into the chicane for what will be 4 laps of sprint action here tonight. Comes across the line to start lap 48, so we have 4 laps left of our race here this evening. This gap to Evan has now dropped down to 1 second between him and Ranga, so Ranga has had I think Evan's had a bit of a, he's had a nap off the restart, so he would not want that, as let's actually get the gap to lead it up, as the gap at 1.5 already to Josh, so he's not doing what he needs to be doing. But at the moment he still will take second. So you will have to think of the positives in this, as Arrow is still right behind him on the medium. So Arrow, who will obviously on the slower tyres technically, but he might have the benefit of those mediums come a bit later on in this race. Gap up to 2.1 already to Josh, so Evan seems to be dropping back and back, it seems, as Ranga is still going with him. So Ranga, at the moment, if he didn't have those penalties, might be man to win here tonight. Obviously DRS will not be enabled until lap 51, I believe, so we have a couple laps of... Ooh, is that Arrow losing positions? Yes it is, as he goes down to 6th. I think maybe he had a possible moment as Ty Clearan spared Fungus. Ty Clear actually lunges up the inside of Arrow, so Ty Clear saw an opportunity and he went for it, so you've got to respect it. We've got quite a big gaggle of cars here. It looks like, oh, and Arrow's lagging quite a bit. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. Oh my god, I thought he dropped back, then he just teleports off the road. Okay. I do not know what's happening, guys. I'm so sorry. Anyway, start lap 49, so 3 laps left of the race. So 4 laps technically if you count the final one, but oh, and what's happened there is Ty Clear is getting past Arrow, is he? I don't know. That's just lag, or if he's actually passing him. I cannot tell. Maybe? Oh, no. Oh my god. What is happening? Oh my god. Is he actually behind now? I think he looks like... Oh, and there's a big contact between him and RAF. Definitely no DNFing. Oh, and they're going to go side by side into the Magnussen Beckett section. Careful, guys. When RAF tries to get the cut back on him. Oh my god. As we're watching from probably the worst possible... Oh, and Evan gets a penalty! After the whole race we're going without one, Evan finally succumbs to the penalty. And that is now going to neutralise the race between him and Josh. So at the moment Josh would win due to, well, just being faster. And Evan has now got that penalty as DRS has been enabled, so we're going to have 2 laps of DRS racing. Josh has now escaped DRS from Ranga. So that might be your race, ladies and gentlemen, but obviously we'll have more battles to look at down the field between Ty Clear, RAF, we've got on the back of Arrow, who obviously we saw. Oh, is that lag, or has he actually just gone off? That looks like he's actually gone off, so Arrow has had another bit of contact with Addiction, who Oh, Nudimatic's gone onto wets. Eh. Nudimatic, before I didn't even realise he's on the wet tyres. Nudimatic finishing off the May Mystery Month in style. Gotta respect it. Anyway, Arrow down to last of the group, so our championship leader. I don't know what the point scenario will be with him, and I don't know who else he will be racing really with the points situation. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Mallard or somebody who, obviously Mallard is out the race, but I do not know what is going to happen with the points situation. But I think at the moment he still will win the championship, but I do not 100% know. And that will be something that I will have to find out after the race has finished. But Arrow still going to get points in 9th place. But anyway, up front we will look at the battle for 4th place with Ty Clear, who won the race, I believe, in Austria in the F2 cars. Actually, no, in the F2 cars. In Kota in the F2 cars. After that very controversial moment with RAF and him not being able to restart the race so he could race. Ty Clear, I think, won that race, so Ty Clear has got the points on the board. They're going to go 3 wide as Sped Fungus is going to try and get the inside of Ty, and he does get the move up into 4th place. So Lanky One drops down 2 places. Oh, and Ty Clear gets a fantastic run up the inside of, I think it might be Brooklands, I think that might be. I'm not entirely sure. But Ty Clear gets back up the inside of Spared Fungus into 4th. He goes. So Ty Clear having a brilliant end of the race here. Gets up into 4th. But can he hold it? He's still going to be under threat from Lanky One and Spared Fungus, who will have the DRS on him now. Going round onto the Hangar Straight. Let's look back and see the DRS open. Will Ty go defensive? He does go a bit defensive. Goes to the inside, the middle of the circuit. Ty gonna not Ty. Sped's gonna try and go around the outside of him. Can't get it done. He's gonna hold back as we're gonna now start our final lap. As Joshi has started his final tour of Silverstone, and I think what can you say apart from the fact it's been a dominant drive from this man, and well, I have to say he is 100% deserved this if he takes the win here tonight. Hopefully no shenanigans from him. As we have a yellow, I believe that is for, what is that? I think that's Arrow, who is he maybe trying to go fastest lap? Maybe. I think. Yes, he is warming his tyres, so Arrow will be going for fastest lap of the race on the final lap. So Arrow wants that extra points to, I guess, help him in the championship fight. So, yeah, Arrow doing what he needs to do to get the fastest lap, as we are coming now onto the final chance for Spared Fungus to get that 4th place from Ty Clear. He's right behind him, so he looks like he might get it done. But let's keep an eye on him. We'll also have to keep an eye on Josh, who's coming around the final few corners now. Spared Fungus, who, he backs off a bit there. He doesn't want to go for it. Meanwhile, up front, Joshi has dominated the field, and he's going to come round the final corners to win the 100% race here in Silverstone. Joshi wins. Ranga finishes in 2nd place after having his fantastic battle with Mallard, but obviously he falls down to 4th, with Spared Fungus actually taking the podium due to the penalty situation, with Addiction finishing in 5th. Look where he is compared to everyone else. Look at all the cars. Addiction jumps up to 5th after all that. With Ty Clear, who thought was going to finish in 4th, finishes in 6th, with RAF finishing in 7th. So good race from him. Lanky One in 8th. Arrow, who's going for fastest lap right now, he's 1 second up on his time, is going to finish in 9th. And Nudimatic, who's gone onto a set of inters to, well, go for style points, I guess. We're going to finish the race there in 10th place. Let's see if Arrow can get the fastest lap though. Comes into the final chicane. He's going to finish in 9th, but can he get those extra points for the fastest lap? And he does. He gets the fastest lap. He does a 26.180. So that is Arrow setting the fastest lap of the race here on the final lap. We have Nutomatic are going to be our final finisher with Nakacracker, who has already been lapped. Obviously, coming home into 11th place. As here he comes. Nutomatic comes around the final corner and smashes the wall there and finishes in 11th place. Not 10th place. Oh, goody. Oh my god. Well, that has been your race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have all enjoyed it. Because that was chaos. Now you see the team celebrating there. Joshi wins after being dominating pretty much the whole race. I think he led nearly every single lap, to be honest. I think obviously Mallard led a few laps when Joshi came into the pits, but apart from that, that was just dominant, really. As that is your order of here tonight. Joshi winning with Evan Faulkner and Sped Fungus coming in 2nd and 3rd. So Ranga, after finishing in 2nd place, falls down to 4th. But still good points from him. Addiction, who I'd have to say had a huge jump up, as he has only 3 seconds with everyone around him really having 9. So Addiction jumps, I think, from what was that, 8th or something, up to 5th. So Addiction, brilliant race from him. Ty cleared in 6th, RAF in 7th, Lanky one in 8th. Arrow gets fast lap in the end. It finishes in 9th. Nutomatic in 10th. Nakacracker in 11th. And our DNFers will be F1 Mallard, Tantrum Turnip, Codzilla, Robstar, and Cryptovide, who I think 2 of them forgot their setup and 2 of them just made a mistake. And obviously, Mr. F1 Mallard unfortunately got taken out due to a unfortunate incident with him and Evan and Arrow, but we will see what happens with the stewarding. But that was a very good race from everyone, I would say. Congratulations to everyone. I'll have to give you massive respect for even finishing that race, because 52 laps of Silverstone is not an easy task to do. But let's try, let's get interviews. We'll try and get some interviews done. But let's try and get a few people in so we can talk to a few drivers, I think. Joshi, Evan, Svedfungus. We'll get Nutomatic in. Who else can we get in here? We can get... Actually, I think we'll just leave it at that. We will let people join in and... Oh, there is an echo. Anyway, welcome in everyone. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, it's echoing.
I want to shoot myself.
Skill issue. Alright. Anyway, welcome to everyone in the party. At the moment, yeah, fucking hell, my voice is completely dead after that. In here, we have got Evan Faulkner, F1 Mallard, Nutomatic V2, RAF, and Arrow, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think you are the champion, but I'm not sure with the maths in the points. I'm not sure if you have won it. If you'd like to inform us, if you actually know if you've won it. I will do if I have to. Anyway, if people on the stream didn't hear that, then Arrow has just run over the grid. Not the grid, the finishing standings, and yeah, he. From what I have thought, Arrow is your champion here in the May Mystery Month. With there's quite a close gap between, I think everyone thinks Sped Fungus managed to jump up to second in the end of that standings. I think Mallard finishes in third overall, and I think it was a tie for fourth, fifth, and sixth. I think Joshy finishes in sixth. I think Sped, I don't know who was in fourth and fifth, but congratulations to whoever it was. But we will move on now from Arrow, so congratulations to him, our champion here in Tier 2. I think we will move on now to, I think, our most unluckiest person in this race, and that is going to be F1 Mallard. We will move on to him, and I'm sure that you are pissed.
I'm sad.
Yeah, we only caught a glimpse of you kind of getting speared off into the wall. We kind of switched on to Arrow, and then all of a sudden you went off. So please enlighten us on what happened.
Yeah, it was close battling with Evan. He was on the inside. I was just outside of him, and then Arrow was honestly kind of being held up by us fighting. I was on the outside of me just barely, and I got a little tap off of Evan's car. Nothing malicious or anything. Nothing anyone really could have done. But that tap just pushed me out a little bit too wide, and the front of Arrow's car got my rear, and off I went. So, not much to be done.
Yeah, it looked very, very, very quick. You just kind of went spearing off to the right, and yeah, I mean, you didn't even really hit the wall that hard from what we saw. You just kind of tapped it, and your wheel just went kaboom.
I hit the
So,
front right pretty hard, to be fair.
yeah.
I just knew the second I went off, I just put the controller down. There wasn't any saving that.
Yeah, it looked very, very unfortunate for you, but anyway, unlucky for you were battling with Ranga most of the race, so that was pretty good to watch.
Yeah, that could have been a podium. Could have been the championship, but oh well. We move.
We do move indeed, and at the moment we are not moving games because the next one is a shitter. But yeah, we will see what happens with the next game if we will be league racing that anytime soon. But who will we move on to next? I guess we will move on to. We'll save the best till last, so we'll go to RAF next.
I thought you were on about me then.
Definitely not the best. So,
I've just been the most
anyway,
unlucky all
RAF.
season.
Yes, you have indeed, buddy. But let us know how that race went for you, because
It
somehow
was
you
fun.
ended up
It
the
was-
front
it
at
was
the
fun.
end.
I was just chilling at the back. After first lap drama was a bit fun. Ended up losing my front wing, so pit onto a set of softs. Took them softs for about 30 laps, having a bit of fun. Pitted onto a set of mediums. Just driving around track, having a bit of fun, as I said. Then safety car late, box of the softs, and was ended up in P6 after battling my way past everyone. And then the last safety car, I didn't pit and lost all the positions I just gained to all the people who pit behind me. So if I pit then, I might have got a bit further up maybe. But the penalty also had a bit of a tough one to call. Yeah, good race all round otherwise.
Yeah, it looked like a I mean, from what we saw on your kind of thing, because of your early incident, we didn't really see much of you that race. But kind of at the end, you were battling with the with everyone when that whole gaggle of cars was there after the second safety car. Well, I think the third safety car at the end of that race. But did you catch where you finished in the end?
I think I was P7. I think I finished P7.
Actually, I think you were. Yes, I
After-
think P7 you finished. So
Yeah, after the penalties came in, I was P7.
yeah, still P7, not bad,
Not
not a
bad.
bad showing from you.
Starting from 13th on the grid.
So yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah. So congratulations on that. I've just tried to invite Josh in. I don't know if he's going to
He's
join.
gone to bed. He's sleepy. Got work in the morning, so he's
Understandable.
run away.
Okay, then let's move on to Evan Faulkner.
Hello.
Hello, indeed. Well, you were doing so well without penalty, and then you unfortunately got one right at the end. Just as I was saying about it really on stream, I think I said, oh, Evan still hasn't got a penalty, and I think you got one about 10 seconds later. So, yeah,
Yes,
you were having
pushed
a very
me.
clean race with you and Codzilla at the start, but just talk us through that race because that was a very good drive from you.
I didn't expect much, like, and then Godzilla was kind of just in the way at this point, because he was flashing most of us anyway, so, and then safety car happened, I think, and then it kind of just pushed everyone together, which I was annoyed about, because Mallard was on the soft. Oh wait, I was happy. Mallard was on the softs, and that kind of just mixed everyone up. And then incident with Mallard happened. I don't know who's at fault. And kind of just came P2. About it.
Yeah, so yeah, good drive from you, buddy. That was very good on your end. I think you still got a P2 in the end, didn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, P2 overall after the 52 laps is very, very nice. And yeah, congratulations on that. So
Why, thank you.
anyway, like I said, we have saved the best till last, Mr. Newtomatic.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Stop fapping.
He deserves a
Kids
round of
in there.
applause. Is there?
Anyway, Newtomatic. Well, we hardly saw anything of you, but
Usual.
yeah, I think you had the most penalties of everyone, so that is something that.
I'll take
You
that
know,
trophy home with pride.
Yep, but I mean, it looked like a bit of a boring race for you, kind of. But you were battling up and down with a few people. I know you saw. I think I saw you were battling with your brother, Tantrum Turnip. And
Oh.
also, I don't know who else it was.
It was, I want to say, addiction.
Addiction, yeah. But just talk us through how your race went. To be honest, mate.
Well, it started off fantastic. I was keeping up, and then the penalties started rolling in. And I think after 9 seconds, I kind of gave up. And then my brother binned it into the wall, which was great. And that's when I decided to become the tyre tester and went through every single one. That's about it, really.
Yeah, we did see you go onto the wets and then the intermediates at the end there. Bit of a interesting strategy call from you, but I mean, why not? When you
So far
you weren't at
behind.
threat of losing position. So yeah, congratulations on finishing. Really,
Whee!
obviously,
I
I will
made
say
it to the
congratulations to
line.
everyone on. Congratulations on finishing, everyone. For obviously 100% race isn't an easy task to do, but yeah, that
I
has
didn't
been
finish.
damn.
Congrats everyone except you.
Yeah,
Oh.
damn. I actually completely forgot. Fucking hell. Even I'd literally just
It was
talked about
5
it.
minutes ago.
Bruh, my voice, I'm skunked. I've just
100%
the
will
stream's
do
been
that to
going for
you.
140 minutes.
100% will do that
So-
to you.
Yeah, extremely. Huh?
Is it another
one?
100?
No. No. No, it's
Oh,
not.
I might not
No,
show up.
it's not.
It probably is because it's going to be the last round of Tier 1 tomorrow.
Uh,
So yeah. Anyway, tomorrow, guys, at 9 o'clock, tomorrow will be Tier 1 for the finale. And I believe, from what I've just heard, it will be another 100% race round. I don't know what track it will be. But tier 1 tomorrow, where for once I'm going to actually be racing. So yay, and I'm not going to be commentating. I believe we will swap it over to Arrow, who will be commentating, I believe. Yeah, so we should have Arrow in the comms box tomorrow, depending if he's being joined by anyone. Yeah, that will be tier 1 tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Hopefully no drama, no, hopefully no having to do a restart. So, yeah, we will. I think we'll end it there, really. Is there anything anyone wants to say before we end it?
Rough
I'm
on
salty about the tier 2
tomorrow.
F2 race.
Right, one at a time.
Alan? Do that one? Oh, you go on, Evan. I'll let you go first.
Rough volunteered to commentate tomorrow.
Did I?
Yep.
No.
Oh.
Unless you do it with me. There you go then.
Sake.
An easy no.
Alright, Mac, now you can say what you want to say.
I'm salty about the F2 race. I'll say it's fake.
That was
Oh,
that was
you are.
last week, so
You are.
Hurry up, close your ears.
Do I start or do I? No, I'm not gonna start.
Just wait till it's over, then we can. Oh,
anyway, that'll be that. So, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight for tier 2. This is going to be, yeah, this was the last race of tier 2, the main mystery month. We had 4 rounds. This is round 4. So thank you everyone for just watching in general. I appreciate the views that we had tonight. I think our maximum was 7 tonight. So thank you everyone for the views. It's very appreciated. And yeah, I have been Ollie JL77, and we will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock for tier 1, for the last round of tier 1. And thank you for watching, and good night.